Hey guys, it's John and Morgan with Long Haul Lifesavers, where we cover travel nursing and RV living. So today's episode...
No. All right, guys. So... Real talk. We're just kind of checking in with everyone today about COVID-19 and their social distancing and seeing, what we're up to, what you guys are up to. Make sure to drop in the comments and let us know if you want us to do any type of future videos. Hopefully we can help entertain you past your time.
Nothing too crazy.
No, nothing too crazy.
I'm not wearing a dress or waxing my legs.
Well, I got him to do the mud mask,
No, I have limits.
Oh, you have limits?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Anyways, we are still seeing people traveling a lot in the RV park, moving around that they should not be moving around. We talked to a couple, was that yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yesterday that...
it's hard knowing what day it is working nights.
Yeah.
It's really nuts.
Yeah. So anyways, we talked to a couple yesterday and they are trying to head back north. They were snowbirds and... they're not having the easiest time finding parks, so they're going to end up staying put here, it sounds like, till at least the first week of May.
Which really they should be.
Everybody should be doing that. No snowbirds should be returning home unless if you are close to home and can basically go there in one straight shot.
So I worked last night, and I had a patient that unfortunately passed away. And due to COVID, our hospital is on lockdown, so no visitors are allowed to come in. It was unfortunate because that person passed away without a family member by their side. We had one in the waiting room that was as close as they were allowed to get, and the rest of the family members were in their car because they wanted to be as close as they could to that family member. Just think about that before you go out and you think, oh, well, I have 60 rolls of toilet paper, but I want 100. So I'm going to go to Walmart. Well, just think about it. If you contract this, or heaven forbid you go into the hospital with another disease and end up passing away, you will pass away alone. No family member will be by your side. And I think that's a lot of people's biggest fear, is dying alone. And that is a real possibility with what's going on right now.
Condolences to all the families that have lost anyone. We need to stop using the term social distancing and really start using the word quarantine, because this is actually an issue and people need to quarantine.
And this disease doesn't move, people move. So the people are the carrier of this. And if we can contain ourselves and stop moving around everywhere, the virus will, die out because we're not transmitting it from person to person. On a positive note, I still do have a job, and I know in one of our previous videos we were concerned about my contract getting canceled. Fortunately, that hasn't happened yet. Now, it may be a different story next week, so we'll see. Also, my facility has enough personal protective equipment for us, or PPE as nurses call it. So we have the positive pressure vent hoods that zip onto or attach to the gown. And I know a lot of nurses, especially travel nurses that we've seen on Facebook and even some of our friends, their facilities don't have enough PPE for them to go around. So they're using the same PPE for multiple people, which can further transmit this disease to other people. And it causes a risk to us nurses. We can contract it as well. Thankfully, we have enough PPE at the moment. We are running short, so we'll see what that happens. I was fortunate enough to find a respirator.
So it took 3 weeks for us to find a respirator.
So I ended up, there were 2 or 3, so I wanted to have one for me and the other girls that are on my floor. If heaven forbid they need one too, they can use it. It's all plastic and rubber, so you can wipe it down in between each patient and completely sterilize it. So if we have to, we can use those. But as of right now, we have enough masks and we have enough vent hoods and stuff like that. So we'll use those for now.
Another kind of protective measure that we're taking at home, and really anybody can do this. This should not just be people in the healthcare field. So when he is done with his shift, he's changing in the truck and leaving. When he gets home, he leaves his scrubs and dirty clothes in the truck and leaves it there all night long. So that way as of right now, they're saying that 3 hours on soft surfaces like clothing is how long the virus lives. So we leave it all night long, kind of to hopefully let it die off, and then it goes straight into the washing machine. So, you know, you need to think about your shoes. I mean, everything. Every trip you take to Walmart, that is now on you. So if you come in and you sit down on your sofa, it's now on your sofa. And say your kid sits on the sofa and then touches something else. And I mean, that's how this just continues to spread. So even if you are somewhat following the quarantine, but you still go out to Walmart or wherever to, you know, grab groceries or whatever, make sure when you come home that you are, if you can, strip outside. And if you can't immediately put everything, you know, into the washing machine, make sure you bag everything.
If you can find large paper bags, evidently from what they're saying is it lives longer on plastic and hard surfaces. So if you put them into a plastic bag, most likely the virus is going to live longer. But if you can put it into a soft surface like a plastic or a paper bag, then supposedly it dies off quicker. But I mean, those numbers are changing all the time. So she said 3 hours on soft surfaces, but that number is changing all the time. So it's like, it's all up in the air. Who the hell knows?
But like I said, we're just trying to take every precaution we can. And, you know, and unfortunately, especially for the nurses right now, I just feel so bad that there are nurses across the country that don't have PPE. And coronavirus is not the only thing that they come into contact with on a daily, you know. When this all first started, I kind of fell into the media trap, you know, and was a little bit more concerned for him. And, you know, he comes home and he says, Morgan, this is the least of the nasty things I deal with. Yeah. This just won't go away. If people just stopped, it would go away.
Yeah, even before this, we dealt with TB, malaria, West Nile, HIV, AIDS, bloodborne pathogen. I mean, we dealt with stuff,
flesh-eating bacteria,
that is way more common than this on a daily basis, but we always had the correct PPE for us.
Which in my crazy worrying mind, like now I'm worried that all these other things that he just listed are going to become issues throughout the country because I'm worried about nurses catching other things now, which who knows, maybe I'm just, you know.
I would take some crisis pay for this though. That'd be great.
Forget the crisis pay. Pay off the nursing student loans.
Yeah, go for that too. Listen, Linda. That's going in the video.
No!
Yes, it is.
So another really cool thing that we're doing right now is working with a logo designer. Is that what they call
graphic designer?
A graphic designer to create a logo for us for our brand for Long Haul Lifesavers. And we plan on putting that on some stickers and hats and mugs or something like that, and giving them out to you guys as giveaways. So John is eating us out of house and home. No, I'm just kidding.
What? But you're the one here all the time eating everything. I'm not. I had a whole bag of chocolate and you ate it all.
Well, chocolate.
I got none.
Chocolate's not safe in our house.
Nothing's safe in the house.
No, potato chips are safe from me, not from him. And how many bags? Hold on. How many bags did you buy? No. I will put a picture for you guys of how many bags he bought.
I had to buy the kind I like because if I bought the kind that we both like, she eats them all.
I do not. We were talking to our friend that travels with us.
She changes the subject.
Yeah, I did change the subject, but it's about food. So we were talking to our friend that travels with us, and she said that she has enough food that she doesn't need to go to the grocery for probably a month or two, but she's running out of the things that she really likes to eat. So tell us what some of the things that you like to eat.
What's your quarantine snacks?
Yeah, what's your
favorite quarantine snack?
Snackies. Mine's string cheese. What? It is. What's yours? Potato chips. And dip cheese in that can, that nasty Fritos dip cheese.
Yeah, that's because my grandparents, they did that.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. I got the Rona.
You got the Rona. I'm not 6 foot from them. Get away from me. Oh my gosh. Can we talk about the Tiger King for a second? And how the whole country...
we haven't even watched it yet.
We haven't watched it yet.
You can't talk about that.
Why?
Because we haven't watched it.
No, I'm saying, what is this? This show came out in 2007. And
well, so there's some debate about that because, so it was shot in 2007, but there's multiple different sources that say when it was posted. So Netflix says, originally when it came out, it said it was posted in 2008. Now that it got popular, it said it was posted March of this year. So we're not sure when it was actually posted.
They put it out just to babysit the whole country.
Yeah, because I feel like if it was posted before the quarantine or whatever we're doing right now, it wouldn't be near as popular as it is right now. But people are bored and this is what they're resorting to.
I want to talk about the word essential and essentials. Because we keep seeing on Facebook people posting that they're only going out for essentials. No.
What do you mean?
Essential is for essential employees to travel. You should not be using the word essentials as in going to get ice cream because...
Well, people still have to go get groceries. Granted, you don't need to go to get ice cream. It's when you run out of everything in your household and you have nothing to eat.
And let's send one person into the grocery store with one cart.
Well, Walmart talked about doing that. Notice they sent out like a tweet or something I saw the other day that they were talking about putting security guards at the front gate. So if you look like a family that was going in with you and your wife and 2 kids, they were going to stop you and only one person was allowed in with one cart and you're in and out kind of thing. So I don't know if they haven't done that here where we're at right now. So I don't know if they're doing that at other places or not.
Yeah. But they do have security like standing in the toilet paper and water aisles.
Yeah. And they're handing you like one package of toilet paper or one package of water. Yeah. And the Walmart here just started doing senior citizen times so that it's only senior citizens allowed in. So it's from like 7 to 8 or something like that.
The whole country's been
for
doing
that first hour. Well, they just started
here. Yeah. So
I thought that was pretty nice.
Yeah, it seems to be kind of behind here. We're like 2 weeks behind the rest of the country for some reason. And unfortunately, we're keeping such close tabs on where we're from and where our family is, and then also all of our friends that across the country. And so I think we have just a little bit different outlook on it. So when like for example, when our home state in Indiana started the stay at home, that was what, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago?
I don't remember.
I basically started the same time they did because I'm like, if they're already seeing it there, especially with spring break coming and people not abiding by those rules, I knew that this was going to get way out of hand way fast.
Well, like our first positive was only last week, and right now we're just starting to see more cases come in. So really, we just started to see the cases here.
Or 2 counties north of us has like 40
Tyler,
or something.
Texas,
I think they're like one of the highest counties in the state of Texas.
Houston's the highest. Right?
Well, no, one of the highest.
So that's going to be it for today's Quarantine Corner. Don't forget to practice basic hygiene, wash your hands, don't touch your face. All the stuff you learned in kindergarten, don't forget it.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow us on Instagram at Long Haul Lifesavers. Also, hit that little notification bell for all future content. Bye.